Created live on Fireside.
What's going on? You're on mute, Amanda.
There we are. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? So we are simulcasting, but apparently there's a problem with YouTube now. So now it's not simulcasting on YouTube, but I see the Twitch stream going. So I know that it's definitely working on Twitch. I don't know why it's not working on YouTube, but that's all right. We'll upload it to YouTube later on.
Absolutely. But we be twitching. What?
We are twitching right now. So yes, right twitching. Now the show is live here on Fireside. It's being simulcast out on Twitch, which you can find over at the Chris and Amanda Show. That's our Twitch handle. And we, as I said, we did try to do it on YouTube. There seems to be an issue. We'll get it sorted out, but at least we're doing it. Oh, James is up here. James,
hey, James.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, there's an issue with Facebook, Instagram, something else, and YouTube just now. So that's probably why you're not live streaming on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
James with the hookup.
That whistleblower brought it all down.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's why I couldn't get into Facebook. Like, you mean like the websites are down?
Oh, yeah. Everything's down.
Oh, my goodness. Well, hey, what else is people to do but be here on the Chris and Amanda Show, right?
Yeah. Well, Fireside's working.
Fireside's working. Thank you, Facebook, for being down.
Well, thank you, James, for the breaking news. Appreciate it, buddy.
Breaking news. Well, welcome everyone to the Chris and Amanda Show. Today is a big day. We are using the video version, or option rather, right? Because we've got new bells and whistles and toys on Fireside here. We're so excited. Thank you, Fireside.
We are super excited, and we're happy to be the guinea pig show here for all the bells and features and specialness that's going on here on Fireside. And so that's what we're doing. We're experimenting, and we're finally here doing the video feed thing. Normally, Amanda and I have traditionally always done the video portion offline on StreamYard, but now we're gonna do the video portion, at least for now, to whatever, we're doing it. We're live now here on doing the video side of Fireside. So now all the comments that we get of like, turn on the cameras. Well, here we are.
Thank you. We're just so okay. It seems coincidental. We turned 21, and next thing you know, we get to do more things.
I know. And here we're 22. We're 22, and we're growing up. We're maturing. Well, I wouldn't say maturing. We're growing up, and and we're simulcasting. So thanks to Fireside.
Thanks to Fireside. So we are super pumped. We got a lot of friends down in the audience down there. So welcome everybody to the Chris and Amanda Show. We do this every single Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. I finally got that time zone right, Chris.
You did it.
I did it. I feel like I always tell everyone about the show. I feel like this week you should, Chris.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I am happy to do it. So first off, welcome everybody to the Chris and Amanda Show. We are so happy to have you all here. Thanks for listening and participating live here on the Fireside app. You can also catch the show. You can replay it immediately afterwards right here on Fireside. But also, if you're listening to the show via Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever else you're hearing the show, make sure you do join us live here on Fireside. The app is available through the Apple App Store right now. So definitely, if you're hearing this for the first time and you want to join us live, this is the place to do it. Join us here on Fireside. So how the show works, super, super complicated.
So complicated.
It's so complicated. So what we do every single week is Amanda and I pick 3 songs each for each other that we don't think the other one has heard, and we review and rate them on a incredibly robust rating system of 1 to 5 records, with 1 record being total, like, I'm going to launch it into the sun and I hope it burns a fiery death. I never need to hear that song again. All the way to 5, as if this is the pearly gates of heaven opening up into my ears and going, oh my God, this is the greatest song I've ever heard. So that
like
is
the halo above my head.
That's right. Yeah, man has a giant halo above her head. The spirit is enveloped you.
I think that must mean we have some 5 record songs on this list today.
I think there could be. First of all, I think all the songs I picked for you are 5 record songs. So
obviously,
that's it's an obvious. That's a no brainer right there. Just give me the 5 records now, and then we'll
there we go. Show done, folks. Show done.
Yeah, so that's basically how the show works, and the reason why we do it this way is because Amanda and I come from 2 completely different musical backgrounds as far as our tastes go. I'm definitely more of the rock, punk, metal guy, and Amanda is the country gal from the Midwest who also digs the Nora Jones Pandora station, and I guess pretty much anything else that's sort of on pop radio or whatever.
Absolutely. Really love the 80s. So there's always a lot of that in there too.
Oh, yeah. Which is great because I also love the 80s too. So I love when you pick songs or I pick songs for you and we both have like, oh my God, we've heard that song. And like, we totally love it. So it's always nice when it happens.
80s from like a lot of different genres though, where you can appreciate some of my songs. And we found out that Chris definitely liked Tiffany back in the day.
I did like Tiffany back in the day. I told you, I full on admitted that. I definitely had a hardcore crush on Tiffany because I said she was like, jean jacket hanging out the mall, and she's like, kind of run away, like, she's a little rough around. I like that as opposed to like, Debbie Gibson, who was like a complete perfect pop princess.
She was no Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell.
No. Like I would probably have brought Tiffany to like a punk show back in the day, and she would have totally loved it. I think Debbie Gibson would have been completely turned off by it. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we want to remind everyone that we love interaction in this show. So if you have anything to say about any of the songs we discussed, do not be shy. Hop up on the stage, say your piece or your story. You can boo us, you can cheer us, depending on our ratings. Let's make this a fun show because it's episode 22 and we're live.
Oh, well, thank you so much for the applause.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you. I'll give some more applause too. Yes, we are live and we are simulcasting today for anybody just joining us. It's like popcorn.
They're like, I know, they're really feeding our souls today. Thank you all.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that was, we in a jungle?
I was like, whoa. Whoa, I like that one. That's some updated sound effects.
No kidding. Oh, wow. Wow, we are getting pumped up by our crowd down below. I love it.
I know. We haven't even gotten into the songs yet.
I know. Speaking of songs, how about I hop into your song choices for me this week?
Sounds good.
Your number 1 song to me was Square Hammer by Ghost. Ooh, okay. Was that you or was that David?
It was a ghost.
Oh, it was a ghost. Got it. We're getting our spooky on. Your number 2 song was All Signs Point to Lauderdale by A Day to Remember. And then your 3rd song to me was She's Kerosene by The Interrupters.
Yep. That is what a star-studded menu of songs I've delivered to you today, Amanda Sharp. Oh, I can't wait to hear you talk about Ghost. Okay, so your songs to me are I'm just gonna say right now, my reaction to your first song to me was like I put it on and I goes, wait, Amanda Sharp sent me this song. So
I can't wait to talk about it.
Basement Jaxx is the artist, and the song's called Good Luck. And you definitely got me with that one, Amanda, because I had never heard of them before. So I'm just going to tell you right now, you gave me something I've never heard before. So Calum Scott with You Are the Reason. Once again, something else I've never heard before. I'd never heard of Calum Scott before.
Wow.
You sent me that. So, and Christina Perri, 1,000 Years. So those are your 3 picks for me this week. Wow. You got some fans for your picks.
Fans. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that, Crystal. I appreciate my songs. Well, Chris, I guess we'll have to find out. So let me dive into your first song. Let's just dive right into Square Hammer.
Let's dive into Square Hammer.
Let's just dive right in. So my question is, can bands have the same name?
So they technically no, they're not allowed to have the same name. Bands have to like, and it depends where the trademark and copyright is on the
Okay.
name. So Ghost ran into a little bit of a thing where they were Ghost and then they had to become Ghost BC because there
Ah.
was another band Ghost. And now I think that they've settled and now they're just back to being Ghost again.
I wondered because it just seemed like such a popular word. I go, that can't be the first band that was Ghost or the
No.
only band that was Ghost. So that was just, I always think business too when I'm listening to songs. I think
Yep.
titles are very interesting. Look of people is interesting. So that was one of my questions. And of course, I didn't research because I figured you would have the answer, and you did. Square hammer, I find that very interesting. I mean, usually hammers are round. I do have a square hammer, though. I'm not going to lie. It looks like the little tool that what's his head used on Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, right. The little like.
So as soon as I see square hammer, I think of Shawshank Redemption, which probably this song would have been a good candidate for.
Right. Well, I think
to be fair, right?
To be fair, yeah.
So listen, I don't have a lot of notes on this. Because honestly, no. And I don't mean to disappoint you, but this is why. This song kind of bored me.
Oh.
It kind of bored me. So listen, the other two were
I give you wildly different songs.
You did. This one, I felt like I was lost and didn't even feel engaged with the song before the words even started. I felt like the intro was pretty long.
Okay. All right.
You're like, I don't agree with that, Amanda, but okay. I just felt that it was a little
I do disagree, but that's okay. You have your opinions.
I mean, it felt like a solid 30 seconds of just music.
It's kind of it's a good like opener. It's like
it didn't hook me in time. It didn't hook me. And I didn't hate the song by any means, though. Like, I want to be very clear. Like, I would not click pass. I would not click skip.
Would you be surprised to know that this song was a #1 Billboard song?
You're lying.
I do not lie.
On like the big Billboard?
On the mainstream rock chart in 2017.
I find that shocking. Like, shocking.
Did you do any research into Ghost at all? Did you look at them?
No. Because typically...
then this is definitely a music video you and I are 100% reacting to. So do not watch any of it because that is definitely... We're doing a music video reaction video to this band.
And for those who might be newer to our show, Chris goes really hard with the facts. He researches the songs. He learns about them. I go with my feelings, right? How it makes me feel, whether I'm bored, happy. How does it make Amanda feel? And then I don't really do a lot of research because I want to have that like green eye for our reaction videos. So it's not that I'm lazy or anyone, if you're thinking that in the audience below. I'm intentionally keeping that reaction for the videos that we put on YouTube. So I have not researched them. I'm interested to see what they look like. I mean, their name alone could leave for a lot to be thought, but I'm not sure. And Victoria saying, she's saying Lady A is a good example about protecting their name. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So tell me about this band. I'm intrigued. I'm shocked they were #1.
So this band, all right. So first of all, this band, okay. So I was like, I was pretty sure you had never heard of them before. So which is why I picked it. But I thought then if there'd be a little like, oh my God, this band. And then I didn't know how far down the rabbit hole you would go with them in researching. Because I know sometimes you look up the lyrics.
Yes, I do.
Songs,
yes, that's fair.
And so
that's
a lot of times, and especially this band, when you look up anything with this band, like tons of stuff pops up. So they've got this whole like shtick that they do where the lead singer is Papa Emeritus, and he's basically a satanic pope.
He's what?
He's like a satanic pope character, like based off of like, he's like a Nosferatu kind of character, and for every record he changes his name. So it's always Papa Amaranthus 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I think for one record he was Cardinal something. So he he's like, and he's the one. The band is really him. I mean, he's the singer. He writes the stuff. His real name is Tobias. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out now on his last name.
Tobias.
But he is because they're from Sweden. So they were actually members of other bands and stuff like that. So when Ghost kind of got together, like their first record, it was sort of like, hey, it's a fun thing and let's just see how far we can go with this. And nobody had any expectations of this turning into anything like beyond being like kind of like a culty, like rock metal band with a lot of like crazy occult imagery. But it started turning into something. They actually picked up a lot of steam, and then they actually had a hit song on their second record with Circe, and it blew up. They won a Grammy that year for that song and the record, and it just totally became like this. They became a big rock, like a big band, and they still keep up. I've seen them a bunch of times. They have tons of theatrics. Like they put on a really good show, and their whole thing is like they've got this like really evil image. And then you listen to the music, like you listen to Square Hammer, and it's like super melodic. It's almost like Blue Oyster Cult meets like Black Sabbath meets like the Beatles a little bit. Like
it's not like it didn't hurt my ears or anything. It
doesn't sound evil.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean,
but they have this image, like you would think they are like a death metal band when you see them. You're like, oh my God, there's no way the way this band looks at this. The way when we talked about Kiss, you're like, there's no way Kiss. You were like, Kiss sounds like this, and they look like that. That's Ghost. Is that same thing? They look like that, and they sound like this.
Boy, did I unfairly categorize Kiss.
Right.
I definitely did. Hey,
I agree with
I'm
that
not
statement.
Perfect. I admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong to do that. I had no idea, and I had been holding myself away from those songs all these years. Who knew? So it's safe to say I probably would have did the same thing with Ghost. So truly, I didn't dislike it. I didn't really like passionately love it either. Like it just was kind of muted on it.
Okay. Hey, I think that's fair. I mean, the fact that you're saying that you didn't hate it though,
no,
is a good thing, because then that to me means that you're probably open to hearing more Ghost stuff, because they are all about writing the hooks and looking like a death metal band, but like writing like these ridiculously like catchy like hook rock songs, like which I still find hilarious. Like some people really don't like. They're very polarizing in the rock community. Like there are heavy metal and rock traditionalists who absolutely can't stand them and just think that they're like a complete joke. But then there's like, I get it. And I enjoy it. I think it's funny and I like the music. Like, and they're having a good time doing it. And that's what rock and roll is all about. Right. I mean, put on a show, have fun,
absolutely,
piss some people off. Like it's all good. Like that's what rock music should be all about.
Do you know what? It's 2021. They were just ahead of the trend of ticking people off, because you can say the sky is blue and you're going to offend somebody this year.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
graciousness.
So Ghost, pretending to be a bunch of like satanic cultists who like write like catchy pop songs is pretty
But are
funny.
they really though? Like in real life? Like
No.
I gotta see. I want to meet these people like as normal people.
And I've seen there's plenty of interviews out there. I mean, especially early on, like they kind of tried to keep up the mystique for a long time.
Sure.
But it just got to a point of like, all right, it's just, too much fact digging and stuff like that. And so he'll do like, he's got a whole thing. Like he'll do interviews as Tobias, but still kind of wear like a mask, like type of thing. Like he's, it's a thing. It's theater. I love it. I think it's fun. Yeah, exactly. I mean, do it now while you can.
Absolutely. How old are these little babies?
These babies, they're probably in our age range, probably a little bit younger, probably a bit younger, probably in their 30s and stuff.
Wee little babes. Wee little babes.
Yeah, they're not kids. I'll tell you that. These guys have all been in the music and professional musicians for a very long time prior to Ghost.
So let me tell you, when you said they're a little younger. They're in their 30s. For a minute, I thought I still was. And I'm definitely not.
I thought you were 29. 29 forever.
Forever. No, I'm enjoying being in my 40s. I'm enjoying it. We get to do stuff like this, Chris, because
right.
of the 40s.
That is correct. And look at us, like, wearing our swag today.
Our
like,
swag. I
like,
mean,
we're all like, we are in a band. Like, that's how we.
can
we wear our
you have
own merch.
swag if you're not in your 40s? I mean,
We wear
let's
our own
ask
flair.
ourselves that.
I mean, what else do we have?
I mean, what else do we have? Is right. We really enjoy ourselves way too much.
And Crystal agrees.
Well, thank you. So I guess I don't hate it. I don't love
Okay.
it. So I
All
feel
right.
like I'm going to be very comfortable nestling Square Hammer by Ghost with 3 records. I think it can get nestled right in the middle there.
Okay. All right. 3 records. I find that rating to be acceptable.
Okay.
I was hoping for a little bit of a surprise, but
Fair.
at the same time, I like the fact that you listened to it, and and I can see where you're going with it. So I'm hoping it opens you up to more Ghost. Yes.
Just to be clear for the things out there, the artist / band Ghost, not other stuff.
Yeah. Now, real ghosts. That we'll have to get in a whole conversation about real ghosts.
We'll have to get in a whole conversation about that one day.
Well, we need John. We need XV Planus on here right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we should do a fun episode like that once with him.
Yeah.
Because it is the Halloween month.
We should do a fun one with him. We'll have to talk to him. All right.
Absolutely.
So, real quick, just want to say to the It Gal, welcome checking in on Twitch, because we are simulcasting this show on Twitch right now. We were supposed to do YouTube. There's obviously, as James said at the start,
the world has crashed.
There's some problems with YouTube right now. So right now it's just pushing out through there. And of course, Fireside here. So your next song, your first song for me, because we just spent a ton of time on Ghost, which I had a feeling we would. Yeah. So your song for me is Basement Jaxx by Good Luck. Or I'm sorry, let me say it's Basement Jaxx is the band. The song's called Good Luck. And when you sent this to me, you said Basement Jazz. And so I'm looking for, and I'm getting Basement Jazz. I'm literally getting stuff on like so Basement Jazz, like all these videos. I'm like, this is kind of cool, but none of these are Good Luck. And then I'm like, and then Basement Jaxx popped up, and I'm like, I bet that's the song she meant.
That's so Amanda.
And it was very Amanda of you. It's great. And so, but this is a very non-Amanda song for you. And so I was like really surprised when I hit play on this song. So this record, didn't know who Basement Jaxx was prior to this. This song Good Luck is from the album Kish Cash, which was released in 2003. And it didn't really chart in the US, but it charted in the UK as a number 12 record on their UK chart. So that is pretty good. Like I said, I'd not heard of them. And I guess they're considered more in the electronic side of things, which I listen to some electronic music, but I don't know all the different bands who kind of came and went, especially in like the late 90s and 2000s. Like I know the bigger bands, like of course, like, Daft Punk and Chemical Brothers and Massive Attack and all that. But like these guys, like they weren't on my radar. So they are an English electronic musical duo, and they consisting of Felix Button and Simon Ratcliffe. The pair got their name from a regular nightclub they held in Brixton, and they rose to popularity in the mid 90s. And they as the British hit singles and albums book duly noted, they surfaced from the underground house scene as a regular transatlantic club chart toppers and won the Brit Awards for Best Dance Act in 2002 and 2004. And of course, we want to thank our very good friends over at songfacts.com who help us, who really power this show when it comes to getting information.
So true.
Yeah. So I'm pulling this from their website. So the song in particular tells the story of a young woman getting her no-good boyfriend out of her life. Felix Buxton of Basement Jaxx wrote the lyric. It was from the perspective of my girlfriend singing to me. He said in an interview with Song Facts, I was having a go at myself from another person's perspective. Lisa Kukala from the American group The Bell Rays provides the vocals on this track, because that was the thing. I was like, wow, these vocals are really, really good.
Yeah.
And I know when you look up the song, it says featuring Lisa Kukula on the title. So they had brought her to England to sing on a different track on that record called Plug It In, but it didn't work out, and they wanted to make a use of her talent since she was there. So they said the morning before she left, before she was leaving to come back to the US, they wrote this song, which became Good Luck, because they said it had an old soul feel to it, and they felt like that really suited her voice. And they said the singer like nailed it like right away. And then she got back on a plane and came back to America. So I love, once again, these stories of like when people write songs at the last second. It's so cool about here when you hear about the creative process and how that works. So and that was the thing to me that stood out most about this song was, not only just the songwriting aspect, but her voice. I think just, oh my gosh, it like stands right out. It's a really cool song. And I'm really glad you sent it to me because I love discovering like new sounds and new bands, especially when and to me, like I heard it and it sounds so fresh because it's like, wow, this must have come out recently.
Yeah.
And then to find out it was like 2003 was like, whoa, holy, I can't believe it was that long ago. But the song holds up. I think it's cool. So with that, my rating, I'm gonna give this a 4 records, a solid 4 records. Really, really cool song. I think it's gonna grow on me a little bit more than it has. But I'm definitely saving this one. It's saved, it's on a playlist. And I really dug it, and I'm gonna it's making me want to listen to more of Basement Jaxx for sure. I want to dive in a little bit more and listen. So I don't know. Does anybody else in the audience, anybody else listening or watching, does anybody else know who Basement Jaxx is? Are they a really well-known duo that I just completely fell off my radar? I'd love to hear if anybody knows about it, especially our friends across the globe.
Chris commented, she said, OMG, Amanda, Basement Jaxx is so good. And of course, Chris would know. And let me tell you something. I didn't know of them until this past week myself.
Wow. Oh, so what did you hear them on? What station played them on Pandora?
They didn't. So I'm going to tell you something. I ran into not one, but 2 of the biggest a-holes this week.
Oh!
That happened to be men, and they were just chauvinistic jerks. And I'm going to put it out there. I am surrounded and blessed by the presence of amazing men that are not intimidated by women, that are very much living in 2021 and not jerks. And so to come across 2 this week, I was just like, oh my gosh. So I was like, I need therapy. If you ever know what my therapy is, go to episode 17. We talk about my painting and how possibly I would paint a picture of people or write a song about them. But instead of doing that this week, I went to Google songs about disrespectful men.
Wow.
Because I was like, I need a song to...
You were feeling it.
I was feeling it, and I needed to work through my irritation because I couldn't actually go tell them off. And so this was one, songfacts.com had a list of songs with that type of theme, and this was on it. And when it started and she started singing, I was like, oh my gosh. And it clearly was more about a breakup.
Yeah.
But it just, I felt it in my soul. I'm like, yep, good luck. You're running a business like it's 1970.
Oh,
Peace.
man.
You're going out of business.
I love that. I don't love that experience happened because that sucks, but I am glad that it led you to find this song. So because this song is good. I like this song.
So good.
And like I said, it's gonna grow on me. And now I want to listen to more Basement Jaxx because I really had not heard of them before.
Agreed. And so I went from really being angry to going, those incidences made me also find Basement Jaxx and this song, Good Luck. And I am grateful for that. So peace, people. Peace, stupid guys.
I can send you some more angry songs if you want.
Well, and okay. Sure.
You may not like them, but
no, and that was the beauty about this one. It was a good angry song. It was a good way to express that frustration. So it's going to have a special place in my heart.
Well,
so I give it 5 records.
Okay. All right. And I'm sure I'm sure you're going to have a lot of good things to say then about the Interrupter song. So
it was perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to say that song then came at you at the perfect time. So
absolutely.
You can add that to your angry songs of getting sweet revenge.
Oh, Chris is going to hop up.
Oh, hey, what's up, Chris? How are you, man?
Well, hello from San Francisco. Pardon the background noise, but I am riding a mobility scooter on the streets of San Francisco.
Your
right.
audio sounds fantastic given the adventure that you're on. So nice.
Always does.
As a matter of fact, here's my scooter horn.
That should be a new sound effect here on Fireside.
Can you make a button on your Roadcaster? I
So,
love it. So what's
Speaking of
happening, Chris?
speaking of angry songs, have you discussed the Golden Oldie by Johnny Paycheck?
No, we have not.
Oh,
May I mention it?
of
Absolutely.
course.
For sure. Yes. Please do.
I'll sing the first bar. Here you go.
Yes.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working
I didn't think I knew the
here
song.
no more. There you
Love it.
I love it. Well done, Chris. Well done.
All right, thank you so much. That's enough from this old man on the streets of San Francisco.
I love it. I want to see the video. I want to see the visual of that right now of Chris
I
like scooting
know.
around on San Fran and just like
And participating in the Chris and Amanda show with his horn.
so
Honk,
great.
honk.
with that gray horn. It's
I
awesome.
want that to be a
I know.
TikTok, Chris. No pressure,
Oh, yes.
but that would be
Yes.
fantastic.
That would be an amazing TikTok for sure.
So fantastic. So fantastic. Oh my goodness. It's 12:33 and we only have done 2 songs. Look at this. I don't
This
know what
is
to
it.
say.
The show is just, this is what happens. The show turns into a party every single
It
week.
does.
So.
It does. Hey, and I know we were going to take a break at the, well, we were hoping midpoint, but this is midpoint as far as time
Mhm.
goes, to welcome anyone who wanted to come up and plug their show very quickly if they're doing any shows on Fireside. So if anyone wants to talk about their show, because we are all actively building this amazing community and we want to help everyone grow. So feel free to come on up to the stage and talk about your show if you have one going on this week.
Yes, we'd love for you guys to promote it because I know there's a lot of people who have stuff going on this platform, which is so cool. And they've done an app update recently, which made the search functionality a lot better. So you can find more shows. You can search by categories now, which is really cool. So definitely getting better and better every single time. So totally loving it. I know James has got a show coming up. Come on, James.
Absolutely.
Come up here really
friends.
quick and just promote if you can. I know sometimes you're not always in
Yeah.
an area where you're able to jump up, but okay. Well, the invitation is open. So if no one wants to jump up, then we will
Absolutely.
keep the show moving along. So Amanda, my number song 2 for you, my second song, my song number 2 for you is
All signs point to Lord by A Day to Remember. I love the name of the band.
yeah,
Like it just is. It's fun.
they're a
It's
great band.
powerful.
Yeah.
And listen, there are some songs and some things that don't have to use the real words to get the points across. And this had some naughty words in it, Chris.
I know it did, but I'm like, you know what? Amanda's an adult and she can handle it.
I could, but not even naughty words, but like the F word.
I know.
Chris is like, yeah,
Yeah.
no big deal. And you know what? Owen and I have this conversation. Like, who even said a cuss word's the bad word? Like,
Right.
someone just decided one day to say the F word is a bad word.
Words are
And-
context.
Yes. So I don't really believe in like bad words. I just think they're just words.
Words only have the power that we assign them.
You can take that to the bank.
How do you like them apples?
How do you like them apples? That's going to be a clip here in the future. So it was really sad because the whole song is about I don't like my hometown.
Yeah. Which was like kind of a big staple in, so a lot of these bands, by the way, Amanda,
Correct.
these guys would be considered your favorite genre of music, the easy core.
Easy like Sunday morning. That's the only way I can remember
They
it.
would be considered easy core or like kind of like post punk or little, because they smash put the two together and they do breakdowns, but they're not like, it's how I described it. It's like they have just enough breakdowns, but not go full like hardcore. They still blend a ton of melody. So, and a lot of the bands, there's actually a great video I should find. I sent it to you where it's all the bands from sort of this era like all singing about how much they hate their town. And it's
How
amazing how they go, I hate
sad.
this town. This town's washed up. I got to leave my town. Like, it's amazing. It's like, so that was like a big thing, is like you write about all the other stuff, and then the only thing left to write about is how much you hate the town that you live in and how you got to break out of it because it's holding you back.
See, that's the thing. That's the difference between that genre and country. Because to Chris's point, in country they say take this job and shove it. They refer to the jobs that they hate, not the town that they live in. Usually they really love their little town.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it was very abrasive to their little town. And imagine, well, I guess I don't know if it was a little town.
Well, it's Lauderdale.
Well, true. That's a larger.
They are
Okay.
a Florida band.
So, I mean, imagine like living in that town and like supporting a band that's like, F this town.
It's punk
Seems
rock,
a little
Amanda.
harsh.
It's punk rock, Amanda.
I guess. I just
Like,
feel
Amanda would
bad.
never write a song called I Hate Ida, Michigan.
No, I'd be like, I love this town, my one little blinking light.
See, you already got the makings of a country song right there.
I mean, absolutely.
I love this town in the blinking light.
I mean, if that ain't a number one hit, I don't know what is.
Five records.
5 records right there. Only if you help me sing it.
I'll do the hand claps in the background or the whistling.
Love a good whistle. So I felt really bad, but I guess I didn't look at it the perspective. Like when you write songs about everything else you hate, like process of elimination slowly will be that you hate the town too.
I mean, eventually it's like you can keep writing songs about like, okay, here's the basic songs and how guys will write songs. So a lot of guys it's about the girls that they dated and then they had a horrible breakup, or they broke up with them, or it's the girl that they've been in love with forever who's their best friend, but they've been friend zoned and they don't know how to tell them how much they love them, or they have told them how much they love them and they get rejected. Those are all basis for writing songs. Then there's just the whole like, hey, I'm just a suburban male who's just angry about being angry. So there's all those songs. They're looking for things to rebel against. And obviously there's personal stuff too. So there's all those issues they bring in of things that they've dealt with in their lives. And then eventually it gets to, this town is so beat and so boring. We got to get out of this town. And that's where you get.
Well, and that's where I have a note, like, just move away then. Like, you don't have to write a song about your town. Just move away.
Yeah, but then then you get a good song out of it.
I guess. They probably made a lot of money off of it.
That's a big song. That's a big song. Yeah, this song is big. It gets played every time they play. It's actually a jukebox standard around here. Around these parts.
Around these parts. So tell me a little bit about the band A Day to Remember, because I don't think I've ever heard them. What would be another song that I might have heard?
Probably none.
Okay. That's fair. I really am intrigued by the name.
Just because I don't think that, I mean, they're definitely not a band that gets played at like stadiums or anything, but they are a really large, like as far as mainstream success goes, they are actually a very, they're a pretty well-known band and they've influenced a ton. So like even this whole new wave of quote unquote new pop punk like Machine Gun Kelly and a lot of these TikTok punkers like Jaden or whatever his name. Like there's a lot of them, but they all will like quote like Blink-182, Day to Remember, Green Day, like as bands that like have totally influenced them, and they're basically just recycling. I mean, this is what anything's ever done in music and rock music. But they're just recycling all this stuff and putting their own thing on it.
Sure.
But like they're a very influential band, like very influential band in the scene. I mean, they're still going.
It's crazy.
Their big record is Homesick is like, that's the record. Like that's
okay, stop.
That's the staple.
They're homesick, but they hate their town.
Well, they hated their town in their next record, which is
but they banked on homesickness. This is so not lining up.
Amanda, I don't want to explain punk rock to you. It just is.
I'm literal.
You're so literal. But they've been around. So they're actually too. They would be like metalcore bands. So they've been around since 2003, and they're still going.
Okay.
I listen. I would urge you to check them out. Although I think some of their other more metalcore stuff and would be a little bit, because this is a band that will trick you, Amanda. This is like
bands.
Chunk, no Captain Chunk. They will trick you.
Chunk.
It goes from
No
smooth
Captain.
melodies into Cookie Monster vocals. So
Why
you
do
will
they
get
gotta do
fooled.
that? Why do they got to do that?
Because it's fun.
I guess it makes me jump. Makes me
It
flinch.
scares you.
Scares me. That's what scares me, not Ghost. the transition. So, okay, listen.
All right.
I didn't hate it. Like, I really didn't hate it.
Okay.
Some songs I just don't get. So it's not a two record song. I hate putting 3 records on it and making it the same as Square Hammer, but I'm gonna say 3 records. But really, like, I'm so not invested in it that I could have given it a 2, but I'm gonna give it a 3 because of your fondness. I know, I'm so sorry. Look at the look of disappointment. See, normally I would just be seeing this look. Now you all get to see it at
now
the
you
same
all get
time.
to see the same looks. This is what happens on the show.
This is what happens. He'd go, Amanda. Amanda Sharp.
Amanda Sharp.
Amanda Sharp.
Well,
So,
okay.
there's that.
I will take your 3 because I don't have a choice. I will humbly take your 3 records. And I will slink away into the darkness with my Ghost records. And
I'm so sorry.
it's all right. It's all right. Listen, I will continue to keep sending you things that that
Absolutely.
I'm gonna hit pay dirt and one. I'm gonna hit it. You're gonna be like, thank you so much for sending me this song. It's nothing I would ever listen to, and it's amazing.
I have to say though, like I feel like if this All Signs Point to Lauderdale would have been on, say, like episode 1 or 2, I'd have been like, whoa.
Oh, so you've grown. Oh, so I'm having an effect on you.
Yes, the Chris effect on my
Ooh, I like
my sensory level that I can tolerate music.
Your sonic level of
Yes.
music tolerance.
Absolutely, because I wasn't really fazed by All Signs Point. Like, I was a little surprised by the F words, but it's like I'm like numb to the shock of the songs now. So again, I think if that would have been episode 2, it probably would have got a 2 record.
So what you're saying is I'm giving you sonic conditioning.
Yes. I can be trained, apparently.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Heard it here first, folks.
Amanda's ears can be trained, apparently.
If you just slowly give her enough things like easy core and metalcore and metal and rock, eventually it just is not as shocking anymore.
Just give me some calm core, no big deal.
Calm core. It's so good. Okay, so you're on the record with 3 records for
on the record with 3 records.
Okay,
for
for
All
a day to
Signs
remember.
Point to Lauderdale.
Okay, all right. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Is that a song? 'Cause if not, we should
I'm
make
sure
one.
it is. It is what it is. I'm sure
It is what it is.
All right. So, real quick before we jump into the next song, I do want to just thank everybody once again for joining us here live today. Also, we do have some people watching us on Twitch, so that's really cool and exciting because we are officially simulcasting the show using the new features here on Fireside. And so we said, well, let's do it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off and go for it. So we are super happy to have done it, and we're really appreciative of it. So hope you guys are all enjoying the show today. Of course, this show is interactive, so if you want to come up here and talk, debate, chat, whatever, agree, disagree, feel free to come on up, and we'll talk it out. We'll hash it out. And so I see Chris Koshach is coming up. Let's go.
The Chris, the one and only Chris. Hello.
No, I'm not the one and only Chris. There's 3 of us here, right?
there are 3 in here. Yeah.
You're the Chris with the K, though.
Yeah, you're a Chris with K.
Well, that's true. I thought Christy sounded too babyish, so I thought I'd be cool and be different and be Chris, and everyone's Chris.
Rock it.
Hey guys, I'm only here to tell you that this looks amazing. Congratulations on your first live stream. It's very exciting.
Yeah, no,
and
we're super psyched.
It looks fantastic. You look great, guys. Amanda, big kudos to you for Basement Jaxx. I didn't expect that from you. Wow, awesome. Very cool.
Thank you.
And I
actually,
also,
you can thank those 2 a-holes this past week.
Amanda was inspired and motivated.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. But anyway, I'm very impressed by that. And also, Chris, it's not a plug so much because it's not here on Fireside, but you both know that I had been asked by a radio station in England to do a show for them not long ago.
Yep.
And they did well. And they said, will you come back? Thank you. They asked me to come back again. And I put together another playlist and I leaned on Chris a little bit and said, I need help. What do you got? I need New York. And I just wanted to say I have been listening to that Quicksand album ever
So good.
since.
It's so good.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. Really great
Oh,
stuff. So
awesome.
you guys, you know your stuff. And Amanda, this is a virtual road trip across the U.S. And as I start to go into Kentucky and Nashville, I am going to be tapping that beautiful brain of yours to try to get some great undiscovered country artists, some
Ooh.
calm core from you.
Some calm core from me. I love that. Thank
I'm
you,
listening.
Chris.
You guys are great. Thank you
thank
so
you,
much
Chris.
for your time.
You.
Have a great one,
got it.
everybody.
Thanks.
You too. Oh, so fun. So
Yeah.
fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for coming on up. And really appreciate that. Yeah. Make sure everybody here, if you're here on Fireside, make sure you follow Chris because she's got a lot of cool things going on, not just here in
Yes.
Fireside, but as you've heard outside of Fireside as well. So make sure you connect and follow and support and do all the things.
All the things.
That's what we do with each other. We do all the things. We follow each other and help each other out.
Absolutely. Super passionate about that.
Yes.
Super passionate about that. So, Chris,
Yes.
since you have not heard of Calum Scott,
Calum.
okay, we're going to call him C. Scott. C.
As I
Scott.
kept going, before we went live, I said your second song. I know the guy's name is Calum, but I keep saying Calcum, like as in talcum powder or calcium. I'm like, it just looks like. Wait, it's spelled wrong, but it's not. It's the guy's name, but it's.
And I think I actually had to correct it because it auto corrected something different too. Like wanted to say it was Calum, and I'm like, no,
Right.
it's Calum. So we'll call him C. Scott. He was also on America's Got Talent.
Yes.
And last week I had an America's Got Talent type of person. So tell me all your thoughts on this amazing song.
Well, of course, I did my research because I had never heard of Calum Scott before. And this song is called "You Are the Reason." This is the song that you bequeathed upon me for this.
Sure did.
for this week. And so basically, yes, Amanda. So he became well-known worldwide in April of 2015 after competing as a talent contestant on Britain's Got Talent, where he performed his version of Robin's hit, Dancing on My Own, after coming in 6th in the contest. He released his version of the single following year, which peaked at number 2 on a UK singles chart and became Britain's best-selling single of the summer of 2016. So he
well deserved
had the summer hit of 2016 in Britain. "You Are the Reason" is his song, and it was released November 17th, 2017, and was a second single from his debut record, Only Human. And it was produced by Grammy Award-winning record producer Fraser Smith. And the song has been streamed over. Take a guess, Amanda. How many times has this song been streamed?
Oh my goodness. Well, since you're asking me, it must be an astronomical, I'm going to say 20 million.
Wow, you are so low.
No.
So low. This song has been streamed over 1 billion. That's my terrible Dr.
1
Evil.
billion?
My terrible Dr. Evil
Billion
impersonation.
with a B.
Over 1 billion times and has sold over 5 million copies worldwide. This song.
And to think, okay, people might knock reality TV shows such as America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, but look at him. I have goosebumps on my head over that.
So this song has been streamed over 1 billion times and has sold over 5 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
According to songfacts.com, he explained the story behind the song, "You Are the Reason." It started as a song about something completely different than what it is now. It was originally written from a fragile place of anxiety and not knowing the cause of it. So the song started to become Without a Reason, but as we carried on writing, we realized how every relationship has difficult times, but you stick with it because the love you fundamentally feel for each other, for the other person, overrides everything else. And then he also recorded a second version of this song, which is where he's joined by Leona Lewis. I did not hear the second version of this song, by the way. I only discovered that recently,
too.
so I didn't hear that version. So I actually want to check it out because I want to hear like what the difference is, or and so on and so forth. So Calum Scott, "You Are the Reason." First time I ever heard this song. Okay, so
Oh, wait a minute. The okay transition has me nervous.
so the song itself.
Another okay.
So I listened to the song quite a few times before I even looked up all this stuff
Okay,
about the 1
okay.
billion streams and the 5 million copies worldwide and all that.
gosh.
So I'm gonna tell you this, Amanda Sharp. The having heard Basement Jaxx and like you were shot out of a cannon with that song. Like I was like, whoa,
Okay.
we're setting a tone for this playlist. And I'm like, I'm strapped in. And then we get to Calum Scott and like, I'm like, oh wow, okay. So all right, cool song. He's got a great voice. I was shocked to find out the song's been streamed 1 billion times.
Stop it. I was too, to be fair.
But I mean, even though it sold so well, like, I mean, I listen. A lot of people obviously really, really like this song. I'm not there. I'm not in the echelon of like this song is like my jam. It's a good song though, so I'm not saying it's a bad song. Okay, so I just want to clear that it is not a bad song.
Okay.
It just isn't hitting me, I guess, the way other people hit other people, in which they've made it like their favorite song of all time, apparently.
I had literally stopped breathing for a second, so I started.
I know, I saw your
black, and so now
I thought you were gonna leave the frame and like have to go collect yourself and come back.
I caught my breath again because I'm so shocked. But you know what? I've said in past episodes that I felt kind of similar what you're saying, that had this been on another show, it probably would have rated better because maybe I fell in love with another song so much more, and it's hard to compare the two. So I totally get what you're saying. I shot out of the cannon on my first choice because I was really salty and upset and sassy about it. And then this one was back to like my normal, like,
this
I'm
was
a
back to
lover,
your
not
normal
a fighter.
Feels. This has got all the Amanda feels.
All the Amanda feels.
So listen, it's definitely not. I mean, it's not a terrible song. So I'm not like, oh my god, the song shouldn't be like. It's not a number one. It's not at number two. I'm basing this solely on the fact of me connecting with it and going,
fair.
You know, like songs like really like this is gonna make something steady in my rotation. Maybe I've got to listen to it a few more times, but it wasn't really
okay.
It didn't have a hook, so I'm gonna give it 3 records.
Because
I couldn't make a connection with this song, but doesn't mean it's a terrible song. I just wasn't hitting me.
I can respect that. In the shock factor of the number one song, I can see it. Although maybe it still would have been a three recorder. Okay, so that's okay.
Song, like I said, the song's not bad. I'm probably gonna regret saying this later on because after I do listen to the song a few more times, I may not feel the same way. But I'm gonna say it because this is a show we do, and this is what the show's about.
That's right.
As I felt like the song was a little paint by the numbers for me. I felt like it was a little like, this is how we write a hit song, and this is a hit song. Like,
and I don't know what it is like to write a hit song because I've never had a hit song. So maybe I need to figure out that formula so we can become famous.
Yeah. Well, apparently, if you watch a Netflix documentary, we need to work with Swedish songwriters because they have it all figured out.
Do you know what? It's very interesting though, because my list tend to always have some sort of, artist that doesn't necessarily reside in the US. I must really be drawn to a lot of artists outside of our country. Is that because I have met so many amazing friends? Maybe that's why I get along with like James and Sarah and everyone like across the globe.
I think so. I think that's pretty. I'd say that's a really good theory. It's a good hypothesis.
Apparently, Amanda might be moving to the UK. Be on the lookout, friends.
We're taking the show on the road.
We're going to take this show on the road for sure.
I also think it has a lot to do with like your Pandora station, learning the algorithms of things that you love, and it just sends you those songs.
Totally fair.
But I like the first reason better.
I like it. Our good friends.
Yes, our very good friends.
All right. So hold on. No. Okay. So I'm doing your third song. I was like, where are we at? I'm still so shocked by,
I just took your breath away. But I
literally took my breath away.
But I did it. This is an Uptown Girl situation. I mean, this is like, it's.
No.
So, I mean.
You didn't have to resuscitate me. I'm sure if James was on video, it was very close to having to resuscitate him.
Yeah. But I mean, this isn't that situation. So I mean, I didn't just like, like totally destroy the song. I mean, it's a good song.
No.
It just isn't for me for now. It
Agreed.
may change.
Fair enough. I can respect that. All right. So your third and final song to me was She's Kerosene by the Interrupters.
Yeah.
Now, if we all remember, and I can't remember what episode it was, but you gave me everything.
Yeah, I know it was an early episode.
It was early, and I loved that song. And I didn't look at the rating, but I'm pretty sure, I think I gave it was a solid 4, or it might have been 5.
It may have been a 5. I can't remember either, but it's going way back.
Because that's like the O song, right?
Yeah, the O.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 just because of the OOOs.
Yeah, just because of the OOs.
I never like went back into the album or them and listened to more of their music. So when this came up on your list this week and I listened to it, I was like, you know what? I think it's safe to say I am an Interrupters fan.
I knew you would be. I figured that. It took me a while to get, I don't know. I'm like, why did it take me so long to give you the song? And then I think, well, because I was like, I didn't want to do too many Interrupter songs, back to back. So I wanted to give it a little bit of space and time before I gave you another Interrupter song.
And now we're on 22 episodes.
Right.
We're allowed to do whatever we want now. We're legal. We're legal.
That's right.
So we're live streaming. We can do anything now. So I was shocked to go, yeah. So I was really excited because now I think I might make a Pandora station based on the Interrupters. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Let's acknowledge that.
Yeah, because those Pandora stations have a very specific theme, and to throw in that's going to be interesting. So I'm pretty sure that's going to land on my Pandora station.
I think you're going to be prepared to hear a lot of Operation Ivy get played on there. Rancid.
That's crazy.
A lot, definitely all the ska bands, and probably a lot more of the San Fran
punk
bands, the Bay Area punk bands,
because that's where they're ska. Where Chris is, if he's still here. Hopefully he's safe and or he might be at his destination now.
Yeah. Look, Chris just said, Chris Coaster said, Amanda, you're a ska girl at heart. She is.
Amanda, aka Ska Girl. It sounds like my superpower.
Yeah. I'm gonna get before you know it, Amanda's gonna be wearing fedoras and checkered Vans and suspenders, maybe, and she's gonna be skanking it up a little bit.
Wait a minute, suspenders are ska?
Well, it's a lot of black, black and white checkered pattern stuff is very ska, or plaid, I can see you rocking some plaid.
These pants could use some suspenders. I'll tell you what. I got them on Amazon. They're definitely a size or 2 big, but I wear them anyway. So Amanda needs some suspenders. So I didn't realize it was just ska.
I was going to go to Pinterest and look up ska fashion.
I'm going to do this. Marcus is going to have thought I've lost my mind.
Somebody's going to wind up sending you a ska gift package. And someone in the audience is going to wind up being like, I didn't order, what is this? And it's all just the standard ska accessories for any ska fan.
I just feel like it would make me look like Full House period of time. Like Kimmy Gibbler or something.
Kimmy Gibbler.
I'm gonna have my Chris and Amanda shirt on with checkered suspenders
and the buttons
and the pleated pants, the mom pants. The buttons are gonna go all down the suspenders. I'm feeling this is a really good look.
Amanda's new look. This is the Kimmy Gibbler look mixed in with ska.
Who knew? I always wanted to be more of a DJ. Who knew I was just always all this time a Kimmy Gibbler? Who knew? It's okay. It's okay.
It's so good.
So I really like this song a lot, and I think it was really timely with the week that I had. So I think this song with Good Luck just really gave me the therapy that I needed to go into this week and be like, it's all good. It's all good.
It's a great song. The song
is
so good.
It's good.
Yeah.
So I really feel like I probably should give it a 4 for record, but because of just the shock value of how much I'm really excited to know that the Interrupters are kind of my thing now, I'm giving it 5 records.
Oh, yes.
Because why not? You know,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
they pulled me. It was the final song that I needed to pull me out of my funk last week.
Well,
So for that, it deserves 5 records.
I am so happy I could provide the soundtrack to pull you out of the funk from last week.
I love it. Between my Halo
Yeah,
and
you got the Halo
she's
going.
Kerosene, I mean, Amanda's
Right.
on track to have a phenomenal week.
She is ready to fire it up. Fire it up. Love it. Love it. No, I'm really glad that you like that song. I had a really good feeling you were going to dig that, especially if you liked I gave you everything from that record. That record from front to back is a solid record. It is so good.
I can't wait to listen to it all.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward for their next record. That's hopefully they're working on. I know they were just on a tour with Green Day and Weezer and all that, and now I'm looking forward to hearing some new music from them. They also do a really cool version of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy, done like very ska-esque, and it's a cool version. And you can see that on YouTube because they did some like in between like lockdown, they were doing some like videos in a studio and putting stuff out. So
lockdown!
they do this really cool like live version of Billie Eilish in there.
So fun. So fun. So hey, 5 records. 5 records.
I love it. All right.
Love it.
So your final song to me, because I know we're starting to run a little bit over here. So your final song to me.
Thanks for hanging in there, everyone.
This is what happens. It just becomes a party. But hey, that's why you can always listen to replays here on Fireside, and you can catch up on what you missed. Or now you could also watch. I mean, you could always watch the videos of the show, but now you can really.
Now we be twitching.
Yeah, exactly. Now we be twitching, and when YouTube gets sorted out, this will be on YouTube. Well, it's going on YouTube regardless. So,
and I want to be very clear. I'm acting like I know what twitching means, and I really know very little about that platform. So Amanda's gonna learn.
lot of gamers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Imagine if Owen found me on Twitch.
Yeah,
he would be mortified.
He'd be mortified. He would demand that you immediately leave Twitch.
So sorry, Owen, if you ever find this. Okay, last and final song.
Yeah, last and final song. So you gave me Christina Perri's 1,000 Years. Now, I, being the father of
I
will say an adult daughter
yep.
now, which is, I keep saying she's no longer a teenager. She's an adult. And another a teenage daughter. Well, she's 17, so she's still in the teen. I'm not rushing.
Fair enough. I don't want to take her away from you yet.
Let's not get there yet. So
fair.
I have heard this song about 1,000 times. So it's fairly accurate that I've heard this song. I've heard this song so many times. And especially with the fact that this is from all those, the vampire movies, Breaking Dawn, I think this one was with, I had to go see all those in the theater and take them to go see them.
You're a good dad.
And, I know Rachel read the whole book series and all that and hated the movies because the books were like way better. And, so I know the whole story. I will just say on record, I don't want my vampires to sparkle. That's not a thing. Just putting it out there. The vampires I like are not ones that sparkle, but that's a whole other show. Let's get back to the song. So basically, she told MTV News that she penned the song after attending an early screening of Breaking Dawn. And she said, I tried not to get hyped out because it's one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite books, and one of my favorite soundtracks. And that could potentially freak out a little songwriter in me. So I tried to put aside and take it one step at a time. Went to see the movie, cried like a baby because it's so good. And I felt so lucky to be there. And then went home and wrote a love song to Edward and Bella. And to have it be chosen, I'm unbelievably honored. So that's the story behind the song. Totally wrote it. It is a love song to Edward and Bella, celebrating their union of vampirism and all kinds of stuff and
vampirism. Great word.
Everything. And so that's the song. The song itself, like I said, I've heard it a bunch of times. It's a cute song. It's a pretty song. It's a ballad. It's catchy. It's not my thing. Like, it's very, It's a very Amanda song. Could I just say
When
that?
will I learn that ballads don't get records? Amanda.
But the thing is,
come on.
I've given ballads records on this show. I've given it. It's a certain type of ballad. Like there are certain ballads that just hit you. Like this song's not bad. It's a well written song. It's well crafted. It's well sung. It's catchy. It just is not like, I don't know. Like so I think of this song. I guess it's too hard because I've heard my daughters listen to the song as teenagers and young.
Mhm.
And I just considered it now. This is like a teeny bopper song. It's like this is what you would hear on CW, like all those vampire shows on CW. It's like a CW song. Like
Hey,
it should be on Dawson's
This was
Creek or
not
something.
in Buffy. I want to be
Yeah.
very clear.
Because Buffy is a sick show, and Buffy Buffy
Buffy
stands on its own.
It does. Like this
We
is
are
not
not-
a Buffy.
This is not a Buffy song.
You know it's a Buffy song? Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll talk
Kerosene.
and we'll have a show about Buffy because I love that Buffy song. Buffy's a whole separate entity, so it's like
I dig that. Do you
let's
know,
yeah.
interesting fact, I've never read the books because I don't read books at all. But I've also never, ever seen any of the movies.
Really?
Ever. So this
find that shocking.
this
I
is
find that
just a
shocking.
song. Isn't that crazy?
Because you don't like your vampires to sparkle either. I know it. I know you're not into sparkly vampires.
You know what?
You like real vampires.
Listen, if there's gonna be a vampire, it better be a real vampire. None of this like soap opera bull crap.
Right. I want a real scary vampire.
Yes.
That
like
like-
like Monster Club vampire, like Dracula.
yeah.
Did you ever watch Monster Club?
Yes.
Oh, such a good movie.
Such a great movie.
That was good.
You're talking about Monster Squad.
I meant Monster Squad. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for. As I said that, I was like, I don't think that's the right thing, but you knew what I was talking about.
I did.
You always do.
I got you.
You
Amanda
got
Sharp.
me. You got me. That's the kind of vampire I'm talking about, like Dracula, not
Yeah.
this like married stuff, love story stuff.
No. But you still like the song. So I know that you like the song because I'm sure this comes up on the Nora Jones Pandora
Yes, it
station
does.
for you many times throughout the day.
Oh, it's so good.
This is a song that like I hear like when I'm like in Target and they play this like in Target. Like this is a very like department store song. It comes on a lot. Like
Well, it's
food
probably
shopping, when I'm at ShopRite, it comes on. Like I hear it a lot.
It's a good thing I've not heard this in the stores because I would probably just be like belting it out.
I know this is a karaoke song for you, isn't it?
I've never sang this particular one
Oh, okay.
karaoke,
All
but
right.
I mean, I totally could. Let's be very clear.
Let's be clear. I could absolutely rip karaoke to this song.
I'm not saying it'd be good, but I could totally like just do it. Be like, oh, just give me the words. I mean, I'm not prepared. I mean, go ahead, press play.
Amazing.
My whole life is like just waiting for that opportunity to karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. Because most people would be like, no.
No.
Like you and I doing video, we're like, okay, why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's
Like,
simulcast on Twitch and YouTube and wherever.
What's another social media thing? Like, no big deal.
What's another thing that I have to worry about when we do this show?
I know. As I get to sit over here and just enjoy my cup of coffee as Chris is pushing all the buttons. So with that, with all of those
Okay.
stories and critical thought processes, where do you rank this one? How many records, sir?
Where do I rank this one?
Oh my gosh, he's got his magic marker out. Three
It looks like an
records.
E. It
So
looks like an
listen.
E. but it is
Three
a 3.
records.
It is a 3 record song for me, not because it's a terrible song. It's played to death. I get it. I get it. I get it. The vampires, they're in love. I understand 1,000 years. I get it. It's just not for me.
I'm so glad they love each other for 1,000 years.
Yes,
that seems
I'm glad.
terrifying to me.
Which then it sounds like you're putting an expiration date on it because vampires just live forever.
What
like,
about
until they
1,000? So at 1,001, they like turn that one in and they get a new vampire?
or they just, I don't know, maybe they just burn away into the sun. I don't know.
They write a new song
They
for
write a new
2,000
song.
years?
So another 1,000 years.
I love you for another 1,000 years. I guess it's an easy
That's
fix.
a sequel to that song.
Christina Perri, I hope you've thought about that.
I don't think she has.
These are your favorite books, so let's Make provisions for the
Where's
future.
the sequel?
Where's the sequel? There were sequel books, sequel movies. We need a sequel song.
That's right. For another 1,000 years. All right.
This episode of the Chris and Amanda Show just always goes just crazy directions. And, episode 22 was no different.
Nope, not at all. It's another star-studded, action-packed show with twists and turns and drama left and right. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
But
I'm curious. I'd love to ask the audience if they have time, because we know we've kept you guys.
Yes.
If you want to come up, and how did you like the video aspect of the show? Because this is the first time that we did the video here on the Fireside. So do you guys like it? I mean, a cheer, a boo, a party, clap, anything? They're like, we hate it.
We hate it. Please end the show.
Stop. Hit the end button. Well, I mean,
right.
we've enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, we've certainly enjoyed it, and I know that from some of the comments that we've gotten here, other people have enjoyed it as well. So we will continue to do it. Hopefully, the YouTube end will be fixed next time we go for it. So,
well, breaking news: Facebook is still down. So this is like what, probably 2 hours now that Facebook is down. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That's like breaking news. Thank you again, James, for bringing that up to our knowledge, because it at least showed us the problem. So interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
There you go, everybody. So all right. So let's wrap it up, Amanda Sharp.
I mean, overall, not a bad rating show for both of us. I mean, I think there were no upsets.
There were no upsets. There were no there's never been, to this date, as of this 22nd episode, there still has never been a number one, record rating for any song. There have been many twos. There were no twos in this episode.
No twos.
Probably the average was a 3. That would seem to be a pretty decent average. I learned some stuff about Amanda Sharp. We learned that Basement Jaxx is probably one of her new favorite bands, born out of anger and frustration. So now that I know that, I think I like that song even more. And we learned that Amanda is definitely a ska girl.
Ska with suspenders.
Yes, and that the Interrupters will probably become a new Pandora station for you.
I mean, all breaking news. All breaking news.
All breaking news, folks. I mean, you're not going to get anything better than
look
this
at us
right here.
Discovering ourselves right here in the live present time.
That's
I mean, there's just no other way to describe it except it's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Too much.
So
all right,
we'll wrap it up. We'll let everybody get back to your Monday. As always, we hope that the show provided some really good entertainment and value for you guys on your Monday, whether you're halfway through your day here or if you're just starting your morning out, wherever you are in the world. We appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with us every single Monday, as we do, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, right here live on Fireside. If you're listening to this not on the Fireside platform, definitely head over to the App Store and download the Fireside app, so that way you can get access to not just our show, but tons of other shows that are happening here, where they're happening live. You can participate and just have a great time and react. I'm sure if you listened, you heard some of the sound effects and things going on. That's all part of the experience about being here on Fireside. It's a lot of fun, and I highly encourage you to, if you want to participate live, then definitely get that Fireside app, because once you're on it, then you could have as much fun as we all do all the time.
Absolutely. Well said, Chris. Well said.
Thank you very much. Of course, you can always find the show too. You can listen to replays right here on Fireside, or you can subscribe over on the traditional podcast methods of Spotify, Apple, and a bunch of other places where you can subscribe and get the other episodes, the older episodes of the show, as we release them there. And they'll become, we're kind of at this point, we're releasing them about one a week. So eventually we'll be caught up to where we are presently. But yeah, if you subscribe there, you can listen to the shows anytime, as well as here on Fireside. And you can watch video versions of the show on YouTube as well as Twitch now, because we're simulcasting. So follow us in all these spots. And also, if you hit the link in the fortune cookie, it gives you links to all things Chris and Amanda universe. We have a universe now, Amanda. Did you know that?
Not just a day anymore, but a universe.
It's the Chris and Amanda universe.
I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want one of these snazzy shirts,
That's what happens when you're 40.
That's what happens.
That's why I look forward to it, friends.
100%. 100%. Amanda, any final words?
No, this has just been a fantastic show. The video element that we always have done, but doing it within this app has been particularly fun. And I look forward to doing more of it. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. And we'll be back here next Monday. And just so you know, we are planning a Halloween show, which I think we're going to do October 25th. So put a pin in that one. That Monday.
Absolutely. Put a pin in it.
Halloween special. We won't know what's going to happen, but we're working on it.
Absolutely. Next week, we'll probably have details.
Yes, absolutely. So, all right, everyone. See you next Monday. And make sure you follow us on social and do all the things. We'll see you then. Follow everybody here on Fireside. Love you guys. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.